Hello, my friend. Welcome to my Sunday coffee clutch. Coffee clutch means that I invite you over for a coffee and a cookie or whatever, and we'll talk about the past week. Do you know what this is? Can you see it? Yeah. You'll think, that's a marshmallow. No, we call it something different. We call it maskusvlees or nonnebillen. Maskusvlees, those are two Flemish words. Maskusvlees is meat of a young girl, and nonnebillen are thighs of nuns. Why? I don't know, but this helps me with this. Tender is the Flesh. Tender is the Flesh is written by Agustina Bazterrica. She is an Argentinian author, a debut author. And she has written a story about Marco. Marco is a manager of an abattoir. In that abattoir, they don't kill pigs or cows. No, they kill humans. Humans that are bred for human consumption, for meat consumption. Because decades before, animal flesh became poisonous because of a virus. And as soon as I started reading this book, I knew that this book is about hypocrisy. Hypocrisy because, of course, she's Argentinian, the author is Argentinian, and the most important food, or the number one food in Argentina is meat. And she talks actually about how hypocrite we are when we eat meat. She uses humans to be slaughtered to eat. She could have easily gone to say that they started growing meat that is plant-based or whatever, or there are difficulties to sustain a plant-based diet. Nope. She even calls people that refuse to eat meat veganoids. Unhuman people, veganoid, otherwise she would call them vegetarians or vegans or whatever, but not veganoids. It's like she wants to say in Argentina, people who want to eat only plant-based food are not from this planet, are mad, are crazy, are not even human. And she wants to show you that if you are squeamish about reading this book, you are a big fat hypocrite. She describes everything in this abattoir, but it is what happens to pigs and cows and horses and chickens. Everything you eat on an industrial level is what these animals are experiencing in real life. And for her, this is one big scream of, people, open your eyes, this is really happening. And if you're squeamish about human meat, but you still eat it, then you're a hypocrite. If you can't read this and what's happening, you're a hypocrite. And that is what she's saying. The way that we also use animals for our own comfort, for our own, comfort, that's it, can also be very hypocrite. And that's what's happening at the end. She gives it a huge, huge twist at the end, and that is so well done and so surprising. It is an amazing book. It is horrible to read, terrible to read, but you have to know that it happens in real life. She uses the word veganoids because people in Argentina that are vegan or vegetarian are looked upon as if they come from another planet. That's why she uses that word and not vegetarianism or a vegetarian or vegan. Veganoids she uses just to show us that that people who are vegetarian are coming from another planet. That is what this book is about, and that's why she uses those graphic details, is just to open our eyes and stop saying pork if you eat pig, and stop saying veal if you eat a baby cow, and stop saying beef. When you eat a cow, it's hypocrite. Read this book. It is brilliant. It is painful. It is horrible. It is gruesome. It is reality. Then, totally different, another book, The Return by Dulce Maria Cardoso. Dulce Maria Cardoso is from Portugal. This is the book. This is the story of a 15-year-old boy. Normally, I don't like teenage storytellers, but this one works really, really, really well. Rui is 15. It is 1975 1975. He was born in Angola, which was a Portuguese colony. Everybody speaks Portuguese there. And Rui is a Portuguese, from Portuguese descent, and his mother and father came to Portugal. And his father thrived in Angola, his mother didn't. They call Portugal the motherland, but for Rui, actually the motherland is Angola, because he doesn't know anything else. He has never been to the old motherland. At a certain point, 75 is when there's a war starting in Angola, and the people have to flee the country. His father is arrested just before they leave the country, and his uncle Zé makes sure that they get on the plane to go back to Portugal. In Portugal, they have to stay in a very luxurious hotel, but it still feels like a prison. He doesn't like Portugal at all. He is suffering in a way. He misses his country. He misses his father. He doesn't know what has happened to his father. And he sees the health of his mother declining, the mental health. And he struggles with all those things. It is a beautiful, beautiful book. Very well written. The prose is sparse, but to the point. And not very it's not overly emotional. It's just fact in a way. It's very factual, and I really like it. I really love when she leaves the emotions over to the reader. He or she can choose if you are moved by what's happening or not. And that's why I like this book so much. It was, for me, a 5-star read. Very, very, very good. Then I also read Laura Purcell, The Corset. This is the story about Dorothea. Dorothea has lost her mother a long time ago. It is set in Victorian times. Her father is rich. They are well off. She has inherited some money from her mother, so she can do with it as she pleases, and she has chosen to make life of women in prison better. And she also wants to visit some female prisoners, and there she meets Ruth. Ruth is convicted for murder of several people at the age of 16. So she's waiting for her trial and then conviction and her death sentence. It is a great premise, but I feel that the story is lacking. There are a lot of loose ends, and for me, I never got into it. I never got into the story. I believe that Lindy of Magpie Reads asked if it has the same vibe of Fingersmith. It tried, but it was far more flawed. And yeah, I really want to read other stuff by Purcell, Laura Purcell, but this one was lacking for me. It was merely a 3-star read. So yeah, it is, it's a bit gothic, it's a bit strange and mysterious, but for me, she got a bit lost in her own story, and yeah, it needed more work for me to make it really successful. 3 stars, The Corset by Laura Purcell. The last book is an ebook, The Tigress of Forli, and this is the story of Caterina Sforza. Caterina Sforza lived in 1500 something like that, 1550 something like that, just the first half of the 16th century, and she survived 3 husbands, had 8 children, and she was one of the sole people that could stand up against the very important and powerful de Medicis. And it's a remarkable woman. She was very bright. She was also a very good tactician. She wasn't scared of fighting in a war. Apparently, she said to her people, she lifted up her skirt and she said, let's defend this fortress so I can bear more children. And that's one of the stories that it is being told. This book is written by, let me see, Elizabeth Lev. So yeah, it's a beautiful, well-written and fascinating woman. I love it. It's the ultimate Renaissance woman. So yeah, this is it. This is what I've read. Nothing much has happened past week. I am preparing the house for its photo shoot, and then so it can be sold, which I don't like because I don't like my stuff being photographed. It's very strange if you have to sell, if the house is sold with your stuff in it. I mean, they won't sell my stuff, but still, you know what I mean. For that, I'm preparing lots of stuff. I'm still buddy reading with Emma. We're starting book 3, and it's starting to be tedious, so not so sure anymore about that book. I will buddy read, as from the 15th of this month, The Dubliners by James Joyce, together with Sandy from Miss Reads a Lot. So I'm really looking forward to that. And then next month I will start a buddy read with Fraser Simons and amongst others, and Sandy, also from Miss Reads a Lot too. We are going to read the brothers Karamazov, and then and together with Micah we are going to do a whole tour. So we are very ambitious, Micah and I. We're going to read some very important books, and we are really looking forward to it. So yeah, that's it. I hope you've enjoyed my Sunday Coffee Clutch. Have a great day. Have a great week. And you're invited to my next Coffee Clutch, of course. And I'll see you on Wednesday for my midweek check-in. Bye-bye.